Good day, friends. I hope you're doing really well. We are going to talk about one of my favorite topics today. In fact, I was so excited, I had to take a minute to get myself regulated and actually figure out where I wanted to sit to talk to you about this. I found myself before this call or this session here with you, like, do I want to sit at my regular desk? Do I want to sit outside? I had some buzziness, so I don't know if that means right now as we're talking that this is really important, that something really good's gonna happen. I'm nervous, I'm not sure. All I know is that I feel the sensations. And that's what we're gonna talk about in this video, is oftentimes when we start to get down below the surface, we pop up the hood, is when we look at what are our barriers to eating normatively. So from hunger and fullness most of the time, to being able to have a bigger picture view of our eating, of our bodies, of the fact that we're human and sometimes you just don't have good energy. That doesn't mean you're lazy, or whatever's happening. I think it's really important to recognize that as human beings we have these body containers. And when we've had adverse experiences where it feels like our body containers we feel too much inside, we feel other people's gunk, we felt like we've had to be responsible for other people's stuff, we've had to avoid criticism at all cost. It felt like the only way to be safe was to never be criticized. What we find is that we have a lot of stuff in our system. And again, what this video is about, is it really the hunger that scares us? Is it really the fullness signals that scare us? Is it, or that we have avoidance of, or we want to hate on, or we feel bad about, or like sad or shame about? Or is it what it means? All right, so just take a second. I want you to think about the things when you really settle, when you really slow down here and be with me and find your feet and your seat and your back as you're watching this video. Let's say you're driving and you're watching this video on replay and you're noticing that maybe some part of you is like, hurry up, Tracy, get to the point, or it's starting to check out, or whatever it is that I'm asking you to slow down and really be here with me. What happens for you when you start to yield? Do you get scared? Do you get irritable? Do you want to check out? That's a sign here that just basically not being distracted or not being numb is really what feels overwhelming, not the food. The food is like the food rules and the fear of rejection. I mean, that's all real stuff. We're going to talk about that in Wednesday's video. We're not going to talk about other people today. We're talking about you. And when you slow down and you feel your hunger, what does your mind tell you about it? What do maybe past parts of you tell you about what it means to be a little bit hungry, medium hungry, like really hungry? What's the value system connected to that? Same thing with fullness. When you feel less full, does that make you feel uncomfortable? When you feel moderately full, what starts to come up? And when you feel really good and full, feel some pressure, what comes up? When you feel over full, and it's not in a shaming, I ate too much food kind of way. It's like, I kind of ate beyond my belly's capacity right now to feel comfortable. That's not a moral condition. That's just how much food you ate. No big deal. But when your mind can't say no big deal, and there's panic, or maybe there's relief, even though you physically feel uncomfortable, emotionally you feel calm or feel relief. How old is that? Or what is that? Or where did you get that from? And can we be with all that? So what I'm asking us to do today is notice the sensations that freak you out, or that make you want to run away or check out, or the autopilot is to feel sad about it. So does hunger feel scary or saddening? Does some kind of level of fullness feel scary, or you start to feel worried or sad? What happens for you? And the same thing with everything else. When you actually let yourself play, when you let yourself take in and digest some joy, when you let yourself just have what you really want, which is maybe not to fill that hour with anything, but just to be, what happens inside? Start to notice that. And when you want to run away from it, when you want to fill the time, when you want to distract yourself, when you want to do the dishes, but you can't just do the dishes. You have to do the dishes and listen to a podcast and have the TV on at the same time. What happens when you take off one of those variables? I know that's one of the reasons why it's hard sometimes to eat without distraction, is that when we're more with ourselves and there's a little less other sensory stuff going on, we start to feel the feelings, and vice versa. Sometimes the quiet is just too much and we keep adding layers of things to distract us. And, it's one of those things that it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. We titrate as we go to learn how to have more and more capacity for how we're feeling and learn to unglue ourselves from my competent, resourceful, single-minded adult self says I want to eat in a certain way that's supportive to my energy needs, what makes me feel like I'm thriving. And then you might have another part of you that wants no part of that, or gets scared of things going well. What's that about? So I really want us to dig deep about what hunger and fullness sensations kind of activate us. When I say activate, I mean hyperactivation, hypoactivation, fight or flight, freeze or please. And then also, you can be thinking about this as a bonus for Wednesday's video, is talk to me about fear of rejection. What are the signs of that in your system? As well as just avoidance of criticism. People often think that if I just, exercise, my body image will be better. I'll feel better. I'll have a better body image. I'm like, that's not a body image solution. Body image is what we think about ourselves in comparison to other life experiences. But really what's going on here with our body image is that we're looking for an external grab, something outside of us to make us feel okay inside. And that makes us really addicted to circumstances. When we get addicted to circumstances, we're standing on shifting sand. And our body image will always depend on what other people are doing or what's happening around us. So before we hop off, good timing. Hi, Mr. Johnny. You wanting to play? Hi, buddy. How are you doing? So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. I would love to see your comments below about your unpacking process. If you need more individual support, please reach out to us. We have a really awesome team that, we are deep divers. We don't mess around too much with the surface. We really want you to have true and congruent with your values and lasting freedom. So you're not always chasing recovery, you're just doing it, you're in it, and we know that takes a lot of safety, and safety is built in co-regulatory safe experiences. So these videos are part of that, and what we provide is part of that. So if you're interested, please let us know. But otherwise, I will see you in Wednesday's video, and we're going to work a little bit deeper on the sensations of fear of rejection and what those feel like, and of course why we avoid them at all costs. But at this point in our journeys, probably most of us are recognizing the avoidance is, the cost is too high. So look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye for now.